It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
On the pickup.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. After the penalty, it's Mixon. Muscles him off. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
25 yards.
25 yards that time.
First down.
Now it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 21st touchdown of the season. Now the Ravens have taken the early lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Marlon Humphrey.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 21-yard line.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
1st and 10.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Jackson with a first down carry. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Dancing to his left. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Credit the sack to the safety, Jesse Bates.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So, flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 46-yard line.
Throwing is Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Brown, the lone receiver, left. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. Buying time to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going, and also you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Drew Sample, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 3rd down, Mixon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Marquise Brown.
Hollywood, Marquise Brown. Touchdown number 22 on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Ravens 14. Bengals nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys are going to Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 61 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. He couldn't hang on 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable. Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch. Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And he rifles one incomplete. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To the air again, Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Boyd. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards, a 1st down. And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
43-yard line.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain. Now Burrow loses the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he lost the football.
They are not ready for us.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play in a quick strike.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
At the 31-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
He was brought down. That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action. It's Burrow. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down and 1.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. The open man is Smith. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Lee Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
Lining up for the point after.
That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Now this will make it into the end zone. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for first down. There he goes, right side.
You'll get nothing. I like it.
All the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Baltimore.
Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his second touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they work this well upfield and cross the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 3rd down, Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlos Dunlap able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Flushed out right, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
2nd and goal at the Bengals 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
Complete.
J.K. Dobbins. In the final seconds of the first half, as the Ravens push further out in front. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get it.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
And the route is on here in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and 16. They'll run. It's Dobbins. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That good for 19 and a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPO.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Dobbins.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that's caught inside the 35.
Jackson.
Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
It's a gain of 32.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
And the
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone, and that's exactly what he did there.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go? He's got a man, complete, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40 for 36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Burrow able to find Sample. That's complete. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 23. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They go play action with Burrow. Rolling to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
And incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Now Joe Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Randy Bullock on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
It's a gain of 7.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Dobbins. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
1st down, Ravens.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Yards to go.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Not what they envisioned on third down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Burrow going for it on 4th. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tyus Bowser leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Here's Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
intended for J.K. Dobbins. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Yards to go.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.